So today I want to give a very brief lesson on the difference between a technique warm-up versus a technique routine that you're practicing. And I consider those two different things, but I get a lot of people writing into the site and they're using various terminology, so I just wanted to discuss a little bit about what I consider those two things to be. Watch the lesson for free and just enjoy it, but if you're interested, I do have a technique book and you can check that out. There's practice routines for various levels at the beginning of the book, but there's hundreds of exercises in the book that you can work on to improve your technique. So, a technique warm-up, I really consider that to be just a very short amount of material that I use to literally warm up and focus my fingers and to focus my mind. A technique warm-up, my technique warm-up is only about 5 minutes long. And the reason it's so short is that I want something that I can practice before I go on stage or before I record a video. And it goes through a variety of techniques that I need in order to warm up my hands and to focus them, to recall the muscle memory in my fingers, and to also focus my mind, because technique exercises, especially slightly longer ones, can really focus my mind. If I'm scattered, I can just focus on that exercise and it really kind of brings me into a performance kind of focus. And the great thing about a short routine like that is that, you arrive somewhere, you're about to go on stage, you might only have 5 minutes, but you want to go through a variety of techniques. So that 5-minute routine means backstage, I can do the 5-minute routine and then maybe I have to run on stage. Or maybe I don't know how long I have backstage, and so once I finish my 5-minute routine, I can just start it again and loop it and just work on it all again so I get a longer warm-up. But at least I know in that 5 minutes that I'll have covered a little bit of everything. So in my technique warm-up, I have some, scales or finger exercises. I often do like 1, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4. Really working that fourth finger because I like to bring that in and align it and make sure that my muscles remember that. I might work through some scales with IM fingering, MA fingering, rest stroke, free stroke, just to get that all working. I maybe will do like the all-in-one arpeggio exercise from my book. Just to, get the arpeggios working in my right hand. I will do some slurs, some basic exercises with using slur patterns. I will do some finger independence exercises, which are also kind of stretch exercises, vertical stretches, just to really get my hand to expand and contract and to, get those fingers working. I will do some horizontal stretches or, with all the different finger combinations, just again, to expand and contract that hand to get it warmed up and focused. I'll also do some barre exercises, or like so I'll go through that kind of material there, and that'll be like my little 5-minute routine, which gets my hands working and focused, trying to play close to the frets, all those good things. But it's just, it's a warm-up and a focus exercise. Now, the technique routine that you practice is a little bit different. In my technique routine, I have a bunch of exercises that are required for maintenance. So things like slur exercises and scales and all the things we actually just did. But, I'll change it up by adding, grabbing various technique books and grabbing exercises to change it up and work on those maintenance things, those things I have to maintain. But then there will also be large sections of my technique routine which are specifically for improvement. If I'm playing some tremolo pieces, maybe I'm working on a bunch of tremolo exercises to improve my tremolo. Maybe I'm combining like some finger independence and slur exercises to really work my slurs in different ways to make sure I'm improving. I also might be using the metronome really intensively to increase my speeds or work at those in-between tempos that that kind of make me unstable. So it's really in my technique routine that I practice. It's about the improvement and maintenance of my technique. And lots of different exercises there, much longer routine. It can be 20 to 40 minutes, but a much longer routine there. Very focused on improving my technique and maintaining techniques that I need to play. Really, a great example is I don't always play very many tremolo pieces, but you might want tremolo exercises in your routine to make sure that if you do decide to pick up a tremolo piece, that you're ready for it. You don't have to prep for a few months or something like that. So the warm-up session is a small amount of material meant to focus and go through the essential techniques in a short period of time to focus you for performance and to focus your mind too. I find it very focusing to do those exercises. The technique routine that you practice is things that you need to maintain, but also that you need to improve and work upon. Involves probably multiple books. I have a technique book with hundreds of exercises, but in the end, you want multiple books so you can, for example, right now I am working on some tremolo pieces, and I swear I have 6 technique books, and I'm doing the exercises for tremolo from all of the books. I'm really trying to work it because I'm going to be playing those pieces and recording them, and I want as many as I can to make sure I can improve my technique from various angles and various ways. So those are the 2 different ideas, and so when I refer to those in my videos, that's what I'll be meaning. And you can also think about making sure that you build your own warm-up routine and your own technique routine, and that you have an idea of what you would do for both of those.